Good evening. Hope everyone's well. I watched a clip over the weekend of a Restore Britain member and higher up called Lucy White, and it was a poor part of the interview that's been clipped by Sky News. And I want to get into specifics of what could have gone better. Everything in this clip, to be fair, could have gone better. This is teething issues, and this is framing issues, and this is expected in a new political party. Like everything, it's a process and a learning experience, which is how we need to frame it. There's a lot of people that are attacking Lucy White online for the poor performance. I'm not going to do that. She's a good person and her heart is in the right place, and I'm fully behind her, to be honest. So I'm going to get into the clip first of all. The interviewer in the clip is Tom Cheshire, and as I say, he is from Sly News. Most important thing to remember when debating slime balls in the legacy media is they're never going to be on Restore Britain's side. If you do not like the framing, reject the framing of their question and then move forward in a frame of your choosing that you're comfortable in. So I'm going to play the clip now. It's very, very, very disingenuous, but I'm going to play the clip now.
I would dedicate my life to this because my ancestors fought in World War II to save our country, and I'm not going to sit back and be demographically replaced and become a minority in my homeland.
I mean, the other thing your ancestors fought against in World War II was a political ideology that did class people on the basis of their ethnicity.
Not true. This is where Lucy should have intervened straight away and called Tom out on his bullshit. Britain did not enter World War II because Germany, the mid-century Germans, were persecuting minorities. That is a falsehood. That is a lie. That did not happen. We entered World War II. We declared war on Germany because they invaded Poland. In short, sovereignty, national borders, and self-determination, all things that the liberal post-war consensus have deemed unpalatable. They don't want anything to do with any of this. This is what happened in World War II. It was about sovereignty of Poland. It was about borders, Germany expanding into Poland, and self-determination of the Polish people. That's why Germany was at war with Britain. We declared war on Germany for those reasons. Now, this is the reality of the situation. The Nuremberg laws were actually passed in 1935, all right? They were passed in 1935. If we were going to be declaring war on Germany because of infringements on minority rights, it would have been done earlier. It would have been done much, much earlier, but we didn't do that. We didn't do that because that wasn't the reason. This is post-war liberal consensus framing. Reject it. What I would also say is the full horrors of what Germany was up to in World War II wasn't known until partway through the war. If you ask any person that lived to tell the tale on the Allied forces side, they wouldn't have known anything or very little about what Germany was up to. This post-war framing needs to be rejected wholesale. Lucy needs to stick to the frame of it was about sovereignty, it was about borders, it was about self-determination. We're going to see how she finishes the clip, but I'm going to play it now.
Yeah, but what we say is, if you look at the state of the country now, people would not have fought for this current state of Britain because it's no longer Britain.
She lands on a better point, whereas if our ancestors looked at the country in the state of the shithole that Britain has become in the 80 years post-World War II, would they have bothered? That is safer footing and that is safer Britain, especially for the Restore Britain grassroots. Never accept that a legacy media outlet is going to give Restore Britain a fair hearing. Never accept that. Our ancestors wouldn't have fought in World War II if the very foundation of the country, the people, were going to be substituted for third world migrants. A country is defined by its borders and its people and its traditions. If you undermine these concepts, the borders, the people, and the traditions, and you switch out one diaspora for another, it ceases to be the country that you began with. This is what the framing for Restore Britain should be moving forward. Always reject their frame. They will never give you a fair hearing. Words of the wise, Lucy, and one of the good ones. I'm on your side. Team Restore Britain at this point. I'm going to end this here. Now, obviously, this is the clip that Sky News has been running around with, saying, look at the contradiction here. They're saying we fought in World War II to preserve the country, but the ideology was the same ideology as Restore Britain. That's the framing they're trying to go with. That's not true. That's not true at all. World War II was fought on sovereignty, borders, and self-determination. The same self-determination that the British people are being declined. We're not allowed to decide who comes in and comes out of our country. We're not allowed democratic control of our borders. If we do so, we're no better than the people in World War II on the Third Reich, according to Sky News. Reject it. Reject it. It's faulty, it's inaccurate, and it completely disregards the actual reasons why we entered World War II. Be proud of what we did in World War II. I'm proud of what we did in World War II. What I'm not proud of is the way that we're being ridden roughshod over by our government policies nobody voted for. Now, if you like this video and you think I'm onto something, as always, like and subscribe, do that great stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.